Hey everybody, my name is Sharon Quinn and I'm also known as the original runway diva, and you are watching Model Behavior. Class is officially in session. Today my guest lecturer is singer, dancer, and teacher Christopher Sawyer. Welcome, Chris, to Model Behavior.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, you, just like all my guests, you do a lot of stuff. You dance with some of the biggest names in music. You danced with Mariah Carey. You were on tour with Mariah for a long time.
Yes.
Salt and Pepper, Drew Hill, Britney Spears, Whitney Houston, Diana Ross, Jay-Z. My God, what was it like to work with these people?
It was a beautiful experience. Out of high school, out of college, basically out of college, I decided that I wanted to pursue the dance more. So I started dancing in the clubs, and from then I got discovered, and my friends were choreographing already for Mariah and dancing with Mariah, and they said, Chris, man, Mariah loves the way you dance, please come on.
What was that like to hear something like somebody say something like that?
It was really a really humbling experience because just coming out of high school and college, not really knowing where I was going to go in my future, the dance is what got me over, and people said, they were in the clubs, some of the celebrities were in the clubs, and, Mariah saw me dancing, and, I was good friends with her choreographer, Stretch, Emilio Austin Jr., and that was it.
And after, now how long did you stay on the road with Mariah?
From 95 to 98, so about 4 years, back and forth, Tokyo, Japan.
Went all over the world?
Yeah, we traveled the world.
So, what is going through your mind when you're on the road with Mariah Carey at like her peak time?
Yeah,
and you got to be going, I got to pinch myself because I can't believe I'm just living my dreams like this.
It was really, really an honor, and it was a humbling experience. So, I wouldn't trade that time of my life for anything.
Now, you danced with Alvin Ailey?
Yes, that was my high school days. I was at Alvin Ailey at the old building when we were on at the Men's Golf Theater.
Okay.
So I stayed with Alvin Ailey from 87 to 90. And I got to dance with the second company and some of the younger student companies.
Now, excuse my ignorance, but was Mr. Ailey still alive at that time?
Yes.
You got to meet with him?
Yes, Mr. Ailey was still alive at the time, and I would go in at the first company rehearsals and sit next to him on the chair, on the scene, and just watch the first company rehearse. And
man,
yeah.
Wow. Now you in 2003 you started teaching dance to young people, and in 2006 you established the Children's Dance Project as a way to continue to pass on your knowledge and love of dance to younger generations.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Children's Dance Project.
Well, it's called the Children's Dance Project NYC, and basically I call it the Children's Dance Project is because I'm from the projects of New York City.
Okay.
And we didn't really have a place where we can go. We had the Boys and Girls Club, you had certain spots like that, but if you were really like into break dancing and street style dancing, there were really no places to go, So I decided to start a dance company of children from the ages of 5 to 17, and we go around and we perform, and I go to their after school centers and I teach. And
you teach dance in different
Yes, I teach hip hop, ballet, jazz. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, from Harlem to Brooklyn to Bayside, Queens, everywhere.
So is it just you that's instructing, or you have other instructors?
I have
as well?
other instructors who work with me. When my schedule gets too tight, then I call out the other instructors who work with me.
Okay, let me ask you this, because in New York City, you on the subway, it's showtime every day. So are you pulling from talent from like maybe there? Because I see a lot of these kids do things that just amaze me. Makes me think they're gonna kick me in my face.
Actually,
but it's amazing.
I actually approached 3 or 4 young men on the subway who were dancing. I gave them my number, and I'm still waiting for them to call. They think that I'm a ballet or jazz teacher, but I got to let them know that I do hip hop as well. I'm from where they're from. So I'm still waiting for those students from the train to show
You never
up.
got into a battle? Because I've been, I'm silly. So I see them dancing and I want to get up.
Yeah.
And I'm not a dancer, but I cut the fool with the best of them.
Yes.
You never had engaged in battle with them on the subways?
Actually, I wanted to just show what I knew, because I see that they're beginning and they're just, entering the level of advancement. So I want to get in and jump in and show them this is how you do it, But I don't,
Why?
I don't, because the old man, I'm the teacher now, so I just got to chill and let the
That's
young
the best
guys.
way to teach. Oh, y'all gonna try to punk me? Okay, I got
Yeah.
something for you right now.
Yeah.
So now, why is it important? Why do you think? How do you think the kids will benefit from the dance that you're teaching?
Well, that's a good question, because it's self-expression.
Mm-hmm.
It builds self-confidence. It builds, if there's something that they really want to do for their life or for their future, this is something that they can really research and decide if they want to do. If they want to be a performer, whether it's dancing, acting, doing what you do,
Mm-hmm.
and the camera people here, I'm just all about performing arts, in any way, shape, or form, and bringing up the youth and letting them understand about what performing arts and the arts in itself can bring.
And it's a good
for
way to
themselves.
keep them off the streets.
Absolutely.
And
And
keep
it's a
them focused
great
on
way.
something.
It's a great way to keep them off the streets, out of trouble. That's my main focus. My main focus now is concentrate on the after-school programs. I believe that the after-school programs are lacking a little bit in trying to introduce, a well-rounded program of performing arts, whether it's drama, dance, anything that has to do with the arts. The kids come to after-school program, they have one activity specialist, me, and then they do homework, and then they eat, and they run around the gym. It's not enough, And
True.
the Children's Dance Project, our mission is to go to these after-school programs and say, hey, we have an actual template of a program and curriculum that will work, and it will keep the kids busy all from 2 to 6 until their parents come. We have drama, we have dancing, we have arts and crafts, we have music. I just have to find an after-school program that has the financial backing to be able to afford that, because a lot of times it's hiring staff, getting equipment.
And this is a nonprofit organization?
It is a nonprofit, well, I can't say that. I will not say that. It is for profit because we do charge a tuition.
Okay.
There is an annual tuition. Sometimes you can go per class, Right now we're in the building stages, I wanted to go non-for-profit, but I believe that going non-for-profit, you would have to use a lot of outside influences that are not really on the same page as the person who has the dream. So I'm going to keep it as a LLC, and then really, really, market and promote it as a school and a place and a foundation.
Now, are you reaching out to all of these people that you've worked with before?
Well, yes, in a way I am, because unfortunately, children's education is not really a top priority in this country.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I mean, we do have the VH1 Saves the Music and things like that, and some special programs that are starting to come back into focus. But as soon as, arts education is important to Americans again, or to New York City people, then I will approach. Right now everyone is too self-involved, worried about their own thing, But as soon as, arts education and after-school programming is like a #1 priority again in this country, then I will approach those people, because then they have a reason to sign a check,
Yeah. Music kept me in school.
Yes.
If it wasn't for my music class, I probably would have flunked out and my mother probably would have killed me.
Yes,
But it was
me
the
too.
music and the
Same here.
arts that kept me in school.
Me too.
Now let me ask you this. As a young, since you were still in high school when you were dancing with Alvin Ailey. Now when I was in high school, my best friend was a dancer. He got a lot of flack for being a classical dancer.
Yeah.
So what do you say to that young kid who maybe is interested in dancing classical ballet dance, but is afraid because of the stigma that might be attached to it?
Well, I mean, to each his own. I mean, I was able to do all styles. You know, I advanced in ballet, I advanced in tap, I advanced in modern, I advanced in jazz. So if you are a well-rounded dancer, all-around dancer as well, I think that, you know, it wouldn't even matter, you know, because people would be like, yo, you are so brilliant. You're such a brilliant artist and dancer. You know, it wouldn't even make a difference. So I would say to that child or teenager coming up wanting to do classical ballet, do the classical ballet. Get as good as you can. Don't worry about the stigma. You know, there is no stigma about really being a male dancer and being a strong, powerful male dancer. You know,
and being a man.
And being a man. I'll show him Gregory Hines. I'll show him Mikhail Baryshnikov. I'll show him my best friend Savion Glover, who I went to school with and was teaching at his school.
Say what?
Yeah, Savion Glover is one of my best friends. We went to junior high school together. I taught one of my classes at the Hoofer School for the Hoofer
Get
School for
out of
Tap
here, Chris.
in Newark.
Really?
Yeah, the Hoofer School for Tap in Newark.
I need you to hook me up with your friend so he can come on here and sit in the chair and tell me about what he does.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, that was a good answer to that question. No, thank you. Now, what's the experience for you working with the kids? What's it do for you?
Well, it is rewarding. It isn't rewarding, but it is rewarding. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm a father myself, so it's wonderful seeing them grow and seeing them get better and better. And every day they come to school and they come to class, they say, Mr. Sawyer, you know, check this out. I got this move, you know. I got it, you know. So to just see their faces after, you know, a very hard class, or if there's a student who didn't really know a particular move, and he comes back and he shows me and he has the move down, I'm like, you know, my job was done, you know.
So that
it's very fulfilling.
Yeah.
It's very, very fulfilling, very rewarding.
Now, I'm glad you segue into your son. Because how old is your son? I've never met him.
My
I've
son,
seen him, but I've never met him.
Yeah, Reese Sawyer. He is 3 going on 4. He'll be 4 this March.
And you've started putting him in commercials and things like that.
Yes, he is signed to Generation Model Management.
Okay.
And he has a Bloomingdale's ad out now. He had a Gap campaign. And I'm getting ready to see what his acting chops is like. He's just starting to do full sentences, you know.
But
he's
this
reading.
This is something that he likes to do.
He loves it. He loves being on set. I don't know. I guess it is in the family lineage.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you know, a lot of people, you know, everybody thinks their child should be a star.
Yeah.
But it's important.
Yeah.
That it's what the child wants to
yes.
do.
His
and not what
agent
the
says
parent
the same
wants
thing.
to do.
Yeah.
Because you know, they can be bubbly and full of personality when they're at home, but if they're uncomfortable in front of the camera and the director can't get them to do what they need them to do, then maybe this is not
for them. And it's great that you said that, because Generation Model Management, shout out, they say the same thing. They're like, look, don't force your child.
There you go.
They're going to let you know if they're a natural. And Reese, my son, is seemed to be really liking it. Really, you know, he likes the money that he makes, and because he can buy his own trains. He has an obsession with MTA, New York City subway trains. Yeah.
I can't wait to meet him.
Yes, you will.
But so what's that like, managing your?
It's difficult because his mom is wondering why he's not as advanced as a dancer as I am. I'm like, he's only 3.
It's not his gift, though. I mean, maybe that's not his gift.
Yeah, like he's only 3, 1, and 2. You know, he has to build up into it. You know, but he's really enjoying himself. Every time we go to a new set or a go see, even if it's a cattle call where it's like 900 kids, he's still having a good time. So I'm going to keep him in it for a little while, see what happens.
Yeah, and he'll tell you when he don't want to do it anymore.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I've seen parents try to push their kids
living
into
vicariously through them,
yeah,
right?
But the other thing is, and the thing that most people don't talk about, is there's a dark side to this business.
There is a dark side to the show business with children and, you know,
so
dance
you want to
moms
watch
and
your kids. You want to be hands-on and not just maybe push them.
Yes.
To the wrong person, thinking that this
Exactly.
person has their best interests at heart when they really don't.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
you know how many parents I have this talk with?
Yes.
Well, I want my baby wants to be a model. You don't want to, unless this is something that she truly wants, and if you're not going to be able to accompany your child and watch them, you don't want to push your kid into this.
That's true.
lot of bad things that
Yeah,
happen.
that's true. That's true. It could be, you know, there is a negative side to the whole modeling industry and the show business industry in itself. But, you know, I think if you're just, you know, progressive and you're on top of, you know, what your child is doing as far as management, casting agents, agencies, you should be all right.
So what's the next move for you? What do you have planned? So you've dare I say you've lived out most of your performance dreams. Is there something that you haven't done yet that you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going back to college to get my child psychology degree so that I can really be like the Jeffrey Canadas of the world and start my own Harlem Children's
You
Zone.
better go ahead, okay? You better go ahead and say that.
Yeah, you gotta really have a foundation. I want a school, like a real school that'll go down 100 years from now. The Children's Dance Project NYC will still be around, and you know.
Do you have a website?
Actually, we're working on the website right now, but
Okay.
I am on Facebook. I am on Facebook, the Children's Dance Project NYC on Facebook. Parents can email me at dancenyc1@gmail.com
Okay.
for class information and stuff like that and scheduling.
Now, do you see your Children's Dance Project NYC? Do you see that spreading out maybe beyond?
Yes.
New York?
Yes. In a couple of years, I have like a 5-year plan where it's going to be the Children's Dance Project USA.
Okay.
And we're going to go to different inner city spots in the 50 states and bring the after-school programming, the performing arts programming, the dance programming to boys and girls clubs, whoever will have us around the state, around the nation.
Now, tell me, let's go back to your career. Now, you also sing.
Singing, emceeing, you know, I really am from the hip hop industry. You know, I would say that I was brought up into it because I started like breakdancing and b-boying when I was like 9, 10 years old. At the same time as, you know, doing the ballet Hispanica, you know, and Feld Ballet when I was 5, 6, 7 years old. But yeah, I did the first album in 1996, Inner Soul. That's my stage name. And
I did not know that.
yeah, I'm Inner Soul. Yeah. I released the album in 1996, the golden age of hip hop, when everyone sounded like DOS Effects and Tribe Called Quest. So I released my album. It's still on the internet to this day. It's called Inner Soul: The Theory.
Okay.
So I'm doing another album, and I worked with some Grammy winners, Horacio El Negro, Hernandez, and Robbie Amin.
Okay.
Got on the album with Ruben Blades.
What?
Yeah.
So when does that come out?
Well, it was in the European release only.
Okay.
It was a European release only. 2003, 2004, I was in Rome and in Italy, and 2005 and 6, you know, while I was doing my own music, I was, you know, dancing and touring with the Latin Afro-Cuban band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you tell me a moment in your career that stands out for you, a not so good moment. I'll come to the good one later. But
The Drew Hill tour. On the Drew Hill tour, we got to Detroit, Michigan. And so Cisco, Nokio, and oh my God, Cisco,
Woody.
Nokio, and Woody, right? So we get on stage, and Woody is a little bit overweight, and he has an asthma attack, and like right before we about to go on stage. And I had to go out and kind of open up, and I wasn't prepared. I had to open up the show with dance moves, and I was not prepared, but it was all right. Another one was the Mariah Carey tour in Tokyo. I got stuck in the curtains. Coming out, it was, all I want for Christmas is you. It's a Christmas song. It's her biggest Christmas hit. It's the last number, and the dancers are coming out on both sides, and I got stuck in the curtain. and I was late, had to come up underneath the curtain and start dancing.
Did you get in trouble for that?
No, I got docked. I got docked $75.
Oh, they do dock you
yeah,
when you make
mistakes.
mistakes.
Tommy Mottola was not playing back in the days. Sony Records wasn't playing.
Well, what was he like?
Tommy Mottola is the real deal. He was the real deal. He was the real deal. It's a man that I'm like, wow, man, you basically started Columbia Records, but you know.
Was he nice?
He was nice. He was nice.
Because I've heard stories.
He was all business though. All business.
Well, you have to be.
And we had to keep our shirts on when we were around Mariah.
Oh, so the rumors are true. Okay.
Yeah, we had to keep our shirts on.
Now, on the flip side, tell me a highlight in your career. And I know you've had a couple.
Yeah, absolutely. The Britney Spears video. When Britney Spears took off, that was it, because it ran for years. And the notoriety that I received during that time that the Britney Spears came out, and that the director of that went on to direct.
Which video was that?
Baby Hit Me One More Time.
You was in that video?
Yeah, and I got close-ups.
Oh wait, I gotta go back.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Baby Hit Me One More Time. Yeah, so that was her first single, and they were like, yo, they're really gonna push this artist, so you guys are gonna get some notoriety. And it was the most money I ever made, you know, in one video, you know.
And did you get work off of that video? Did people recognize you?
Yes, we did. After that, we did the Jay-Z and Foxy Brown was before that or after that, I believe. We did the Little Kim Crush on You video after that.
You was in that video?
Yeah, we started rolling. It was a nice roll that whole year.
Okay, I see. Now I got to go back and be looking for you now.
Yeah. You ain't got to look. We were the main dancers.
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah,
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
We were the
My
main
bad.
dancers. Yeah.
My bad. Now, how? What did you study at? You studied dance at LaGuardia or music?
Yeah, I was a dance major.
Okay.
At performing arts.
Now, for young people who are coming up that want to do what you did with your career, dancing and going on tour with major people, and I know you ain't gonna start off major. You got to start small.
Yeah.
Give them some advice on how they should prepare to do what you do.
Be ready to audition. Be ready to go and audition at any time. Look through the backstage. Look through the Village Voice. And just show up to auditions. Even though it seems like it may be a private audition, show up, because you never know. Don't be afraid to freestyle and come in with your own individual, way of moving and dancing. Casting agents and directors are always looking for something different, So don't think you have to fit into the mold of certain moves or the whip or nay-nay or whatever.
That's how you stay in the chorus.
Yeah.
You want to stand out.
Yeah,
right?
You definitely want to stand out. So be an individual.
So it's funny that you say that, because I had another guest who was an actress, and she said that you go for the auditions you think you're not right for.
Exactly.
Because you never know what's going to happen. It's the same thing with dancing.
Same thing with dancing. You never know. Walk in, walk in, sign up, audition. Be seen as much as possible.
Now okay, so I work at New York City Center during the day. Alvin Ailey is there December, and they leave in January. And I see them walk around with their little booties on and just constantly, stretching and warming up. How much discipline do you need as a dancer starting? What sort of routine should you be taking yourself through?
Well, I mean, it's the discipline is basic, but it works for everything. You're stretching, meditation, warming your muscles, warming your body, eating right, and just taking care of yourself.
And you said meditation. Why is that important?
Because, I mean, you're turning and flipping and jumping and you're landing. You have to really be mentally and physically together, aligned, to do some of this aerial stuff that we do. So you really have to, because it's all meditation and mental, because a new move that may be dangerous or something, you won't be as, uncomfortable in trying it, So if you try to meditate a little bit and just be one with self, and you can make that move happen, and it'll be incredible, you know?
Now, I dare I say, because when I see Showtime on the trains and stuff, dancing is it me, or has it gotten more acrobatic?
It has involved more gymnastics these days. From the breakdance days, I mean, I was flipping. I would do some of the gymnastics with my breakdancing to get an edge in like battles and stuff like that. And it's the same thing. Now battles are huge.
But they incorporating pole dancing moves on it now.
Yeah. The females are incorporating pole dance music, pole dance and dance music and stuff like that.
I see dudes doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. It takes strength.
That takes incredible core strength.
Yeah, it takes strength. So everything is working out. It's a full body workout.
And how?
You know?
I'm just curious, because that ain't a place I'm not gonna be on nobody's pole. I did it once. I'm never doing it again. But how long does it take to get core strength like that?
Honestly, it takes a little while. It takes a little while. I mean, for me, it took basically my whole 33 years of dancing, you know, to really get to a point where I was comfortable with balancing myself, turning, jumping, flipping, you know. So takes a little while. Just practice makes perfect. That's
you ever
all.
injure yourself?
Yes. I dislocated my knee twice, both knees. My shoulder, doing handstands and trying backflips and stuff like that.
How does somebody dislocate their knee? I've never heard. I've heard of a dislocated shoulder.
Yeah, you can, well, I mean, you do a swipe or an air swipe or a floor move, and then your feet stay in one place and your knee go to the other spot, you know, it goes to the other place. So it is possible.
How you fix something like that? You said you did it twice.
I tore my CDI, I tore a meniscus disc, whatever it's in these knees.
You tore your meniscus?
ACL. Yeah, the ACL. I get sports injuries a lot. A lot of football injuries, running back injuries, wide receiver injuries for y'all sports fans. But yeah, just ACL tears and stuff. I mean, cartilage rips and then sometimes it doesn't grow back.
Okay, see, I know about the meniscus. I already had that surgery, and I have to get it done on the other leg, and I ain't really trying to feel that.
Yeah, once they go in, I don't want to, because I don't think I'll be the same, you know, so I'd rather not.
But well, clearly it doesn't impede.
No, it doesn't, but I can tell you when it's raining. Well, I can tell you when the rain is coming.
Well, that's just old people stuff. Yeah. So we're almost out of time. We got about 2 minutes left.
Okay.
So I want you to leave us with something you want to say to the peoples. Yes.
Check out the Children's Dance Project NYC on Facebook. And thank you very much. DanceNYC1@gmail.com.
Okay, guys, we are just about out of time. I'd like to thank my guest, Christopher Sawyer, for sharing his industry knowledge with us today. Now, before I go, as always, I'd like to leave you with a few thoughts. 1, I want you to remember that you can't change the game until you first learn the game. 2, always surround yourself with positive people and positive things. And 3, do what you love and love what you do. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. Thanks for watching Model Behavior, and I'll see you guys next week. Class is officially dismissed. Bye, y'all.